Hi guys, it's indeed my pleasure to have Saby Saurabh Bhardwaj with us. He's our esteemed speaker. He has been our esteemed speaker for some conferences in the past. I would say many editions for ATGTR that we have seen him with us, and I'm really glad to be having a small conversation with him. So thank you, Saby, that you have joined, and I'm really glad that you are with us as our esteemed speaker once again. For our audience, it would be really nice if you can have a quick introduction about yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Aditya. Yes, this is my fourth year with ATAGTR, and I'm really looking forward for another, 10 more years with ATAGTR. So my name is Saby Saurabh Bhardwaj, and I have more than 20 years of industry experience. I hold a leadership position in quality engineering for a large MNC bank, which is into digital custody. For various reasons, I'm not telling out the name. And so apart from this, I have been working across India, across US and European geography. And I'm very passionate about quality engineering. And now focus has been on Gen AI, AI, ML kind of thing. So with that, let me switch to my topic. So my topic is leveraging an AI-driven BDD for test design automation. Now, how did it start? So if you look at quality engineering, the entire focus has been on automating the test execution part of it. But there is a big chunk test design, and that is, if not 60, 70, at least 50%, I could say, is test design. And we hardly see much of the tools for test design. Yeah, there are a few in the market, but they are very less. And today, where the market is moving is a frequent release cycle where we need to push the code, it should run through something and then out in the market very quickly. And that was a problem with our organization and all. So what we did is we started focusing on how we can do automating the test design. And with AI in the market, I think that's the best tool. Gen AI in the market is the best tool. And if you see, you use any kind of tools. For example, we use Jira, and Jira has this user stories and acceptance criteria. It's a shame on us that though we have acceptance criteria, we don't use that to that level to create the test design. And that was a trigger point for us that why can't we use that? So what we did was we built a platform. What it does, it extracts the acceptance criteria of Jira in certain standard format. Then what we do is we push it through a large language model, which is kind of data driven. We have pushed a lot of data and customized to our need. It throws out as a code, which is let's say 70-75% ready. At this moment, our pilot is on JavaScripts, and that code enters into our platform. And then what happens is, whatever are the acceptance criteria, we get a code, and within 24 to 48 hours, our QA leads, technical specialists, the SMEs, moderate or let's say fix those code, and then it is in the platform, and then we run that like anything. So from a test cycle of a week or something, now we are finishing it within 24 to 48 hours. So that's the whole thing. So
Amazing.
it's quickly converting this. So the entire test design and test execution is fully automated, and this is all running through a pipeline, a harness pipeline that we are using. So and we are pushing left all these things. So now it's the PO, product owner, it is the developer who writes a particular acceptance criteria, and then automatically it goes. And what QE, quality engineering, does is only make sure that the process is streamlined and our SMEs are more used in doing this work rather than spending time on execution. So we are seeing a good of 30-40% of efficiency. I want to draw some figures I just pulled out before this call. The Gartner says that AI-driven test automation can reduce testing to up to 30%. It's a big
Wow.
value.
Yeah.
And if we are talking about couple of millions that organizations spend, 30% is a huge amount, and that
Yeah.
can be used for spending. Similarly, if you see, yeah, McKinsey says that AI in test automation will increase from 20 to 40%. So most of these guys are saying anything above 20 to 40 will be what we will be saving. So that's the prime focus area where my white paper is.
Very
So
nice. So,
that's about
guys,
white paper.
if you got the gist, he's going to basically talk about some framework which is going to amazingly convert user stories directly to some kind of BDD framework code which is basically giving you the entire code base, which can be then clubbed together with some kind of cucumber or something. You said Java is there, but
Yeah.
only the basic files are there in
Yeah,
the
so we
glue
have
code is
layered
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have layered it. So Java is the bottom layer. Then
Mhm.
we have the playwright, or you can use Selenium or something. On top of that, it is BDD. Because
Yeah.
BDD is something which is easily understandable by business. They understand it's written in English.
Yeah. And
So
by the
that's
way,
one.
is it basically something that you guys plan to bring it to the community in some form, or is it going to remain in-house?
So currently we are more piloting,
Okay.
and currently we are trying to harden it. Currently
Hmm.
we are using for our some internal project, but definitely yes. I mean, our idea is to make it into more like a community build that people can use. At least we are trying within our organization, and then we take it forward. Yeah.
Very nice. Amazing, guys. So, guys, this is one session which I think will be an eye-opener on being implemented actually in real use case where generative AI is being used to generate BDD code directly. And it is basically something which Sabi is expert in, and we are very glad that he's going to talk about it. Don't miss this session in this ninth edition of Global Testing Retreat. And we look forward to that. But before we end this conversation, I would like to ask one simple question like what is your driving passion, Saurabh? Like is
Yeah.
it basically? And it I don't want something related to testing, technology, QE, or anything related to coding. Your internal other passions which you drive you. Anything that you would like to comment there?
Yeah. So I do a lot of treks, hikes in the Himalayan range. So I make it
Wow.
a point that once every year, I take some of these treks. I have done Pangarchula, which is 15,500 feet.
Wow.
I have done Brahmtal, which is another 14, 15. I'm now planning for Everest Base Camp also. And every time I go into these treks, we generally because there is not much of city kind of help. There's no network. There's no phones, nothing. And wherever we face a challenge, we have to kind of think laterally. How do I solve this problem? I don't, I mean, we had a challenge wherein somebody fell. I mean, he didn't fell, but he got a leg injury. Now there are no stretchers. There are no, you can't take plasters up there. There's nothing. So we were all working together and trying to see what is best way we can solve. What is, how we can solve this problem without any tools, without anything. So each time I go, I find, these challenges and how we can think more than whatever are available gadgets and how we can solve it. So I find it very interesting. And the same I try to bring in profession. Like I may not have the tool, and I let me not wait for the tool. Why not I create? Why not I build myself?
Yeah.
What is the problem? What is the solution kind of thing? Let's not wait for others to solve my problem. Let me break it down. Let me solve. So the whole reason of AI-driven BDD framework was all coming out of that. I mean, we waited
Great.
for industry to come back with something, but we said, why don't we solve the problem and come back? So that's one thing. I'm also passionate about my health. I just make sure that there is enough time that we spend on our upkeeping. I know we have a very busy schedule. We spend 12, 14 hours every day, but just make sure that you spend some time for yourself. At the end of the day, it's your body, it's your health, which will take you. If you don't take care of that, then you will have a problem later on. So I just make sure that every weekend I go on a cycling trip with my friends, rejuvenate myself, my health, and I really would like to recommend all my fellow speakers, all the audience, that while work, technique, everything is important, but your health, your family, this is also very important. So make sure you take out your own time, make sure you keep your some time dedicated, plan it, put it on your calendar that, yeah, I want to spend some time with my family and then do that. I do. Even my Saturday, Sunday, I have a calendar where I put what is that I'm going to do and I plan it and I do it. That's how it happens. So that's another passionate thing that
Yeah,
I
amazing,
enjoy.
guys. It is something that has been inspiring, and to know these facets of what Sabi does is inspiring us further. We have been seeing him speak in the conferences and bring so much value to the community. Sharing his learning has been the motto, and then he has inspired us to remain fit. And obviously, the fit and fittest Sabi is going to be with us. So, one last question: how do your friend call? Is it Saurabh or Sabi?
So mostly my Indian colleagues call me Saurabh, but when I have to talk to my American colleagues or UK colleagues, that's where they were facing a problem. And
Mhm.
this name was also christened by one of my American client who had problems calling Saurabh, and he used everything else apart from Saurabh. So he said, "Why don't I shorten it and call you Sabi?" I said, "Fair enough." I mean, and
Yeah.
that's how it stuck to me. And then whenever I see any of my US client having problem pronouncing the name, I just tell you, use Sabi. I'm fine with that. It's name is nothing. It's more, how we converse. So that's how that name got stuck to it, and then I continued with it. And I find, it is easy to pronounce Sabi than Saurabh. So I said, okay, well,
To,
good.
yeah, so many thanks, Saurabh, Sabi, to be with us for this small chit chat, and I really had fun. And guys, don't miss this session. Very
Yep.
highly recommended, and we look forward to your session. I would love to be in your session as well, Saurabh. So
Yes, yes, yes.
thank you so
And
much for being with us. Yeah.
one quick message to all the audience that ATA GTR is doing a great job, and I've been associated for last 4 years, and I know the kind of speaker. I mean, I myself attend all the session because I know there's a lot of learning, particularly if you are passionate about quality assurance, quality engineering. Each year I see the topics are, I mean, it also pushes me to bring something new to the table. Last year I brought blockchain testing. This year I thought, okay, GenAI is the key, so let me bring. So I think ATGTR is doing a great job, and I really want to thank from bottom of my heart, Aditya, for the great work that you're doing for this community. So thank you so
So
much.
kind of you, but again, look, guys, the conference exists because of people like Saurabh. So again, many thanks and our namaskar. Thank you so much, and we'll
Thank
be
you.
in touch again in the conference. Many thanks
Yeah.
once again to be with us. With
See
this,
you. See you on
cheers.
December. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.